For most independent African nations, history has it that in order to end colonial rule, the various national liberation movements will come under the umbrella as a unit to fight and win over their colonial masters. But just as transition of government is staged, the common anti-colonial goal is deserted and tension, and the struggle of power sharing among liberation started as to whose movement should be made legitimate over the others. However, the fight for power was based on social class, while colonial masters were viewed as wise and intelligent. Therefore, the Liberation Party, which originated from the city or urban area and mostly employs to their colonial masters, viewed themselves as educated and most fit to run a post-colonial government over the liberation movement from the rural areas, who were viewed as low class. The urban liberation movement, and who were in the majority, lobbied and sought support from the nation's elites, and hence were declared the legitimate new government of the nation, while the other liberations movement felt marginalized and unhappy. However, all of these liberation movements were rooted from a particular tribe, notwithstanding that mixing politics and tribes also has its own negative impact.
They respect you all over the world, don't they? Yes. For the Aina people, the Aina tribes, they want for can disrespect you. We go to them, let them disrespect me.
Whereby a national project that would have benefited the country as a whole will only now benefit some section of the population. And yet, considering their importance in society, tribes have been both in the center of the successful government and a failed one. The Lion Nation failed. The Hyena Nation takes over. He is going to employ the approach of divide and rule to create tension and resentment between the tribes just to ensure that his government succeeds. He turns to the tribal chiefs and their marginalized tribes.
We get one big stranger who she don't so, look how nice she don't so. He come on a papa government. This government who she don't so now. So that pastor know like the one she don't so now. He can't tell me something. But before I go talk anything, I don't know. If you not find talk, we go accept. If you not to find talk, we no go accept. So before I bring her to una, let we hear it from her. No so?
Yes.
Okay, Chief, I tell you plenty thank you. I mean, people like when I good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Yeah, na Papa government send me to Uma. As yesterday we held a lot of consultative meetings. We see we full day, so we thought and fit say we can talk to Una. As Una self important, and to all know say Salon make up of 17 ethnic groups. We see people like you say tribes. We get 17 tribes in this country. But government don't come and go. They always consider few tribes where then the benefits and any government will can have power. Most governments can left una own tribe out. But we demand fit say we want for include una. We make we an inclusive government. And when it comes to projects like agriculture, projects for education, projects for any other developmental areas, we want to make una use self-tribe include. But I'm not care for talk all because una back get una your opinion towards what I don't say. And I wait to una for say na for go send that to Papa government. So Chief, na the word that.
You don't talk fine. We tell you plenty thank you. But na two things you talk. Where I feel happy with as you don't so. One about the agriculture. Then the education.
Yes.
The people them. The past government, they will come to the charisma meet we.
No, one day.
Would they beg for fertilizer? Then they give we.
No, one day.
The education, Papa. Una me the work?
No, sir.
Nothing. If na education, no for serious like how you don't so.
At all.
Like how you can so, na so for don't day we picking them.
Yes.
We tell you plenty thank you.
Chief,
We agree.
I respect you and agree to una all. But Chief, you sure say 10 people here? That's what the same people that will come Trade,
Ade.
the wire na the one mama na him born the whole. Right now, you can't talk. Because he wants something from we. As this thing done, he will go fencing house, gang gates. What we go now, we want to see a pastor and tell we say pan no do. And they were the see this. The first one them better na pepper they put na this we are this pepper. Now they put this one they look me so this. And they see embarrassing na acid then they give me.
Sorry, cannot do you. Stop.
Lock him out, man. I regret me. Lock him out, son.
What's that small? You know small. Lock him out, son. There was one mama na money.
He had won the tribes over the president, gave power to the chiefs to punish and banish anyone against his government. Tribes are the perpetrators of violence as well as the provider of peace and security. Politicians can use tribes as tools to paralyze any oppositions against their roles. The tribes are now fighting between themselves, while the strategy of divide and rules work well. Tribalism has triggered wars and toppled government, just as it has wrecked courtship.
Yes, sir. How you do? You chop the inside, I don't.
Oh, you don't cook?
Yes.
That's good. Okay.
Okay.
They come. Ah, sorry. That talk will be tell you for you picking for ask him. You don't ask him?
Me self don't talk to you, I don't say. I want to ask him.
Now concerning your married business to DK. Now make I be tell you, Mama, for make it ask you because I want make you ask you for the last time. You come in not for ask you again after this one. We don't prepare DK for you for marriage. What do you say?
Papa, don't tell you about DK. I already get manual love me at stake. I don't want DK, Papa.
Set him up now. Set him up now.
You know this delay, Papa. So.
I don't want to.
You know the shame?
About DK.
That for carry man from the Haina tribe. If you count in name now, if I slap you, huh? Who's can pick you be?
I don't want DK.
We don't prepare DK for you. Now DK will want for you. Now post whether now we land. We come up from the Lion Nation. Now we want to marry the one at DK.
And thwarted job seekers.
Hello? Yeah, good morning, sir. Yeah. How are you, sir? Yeah. Okay, yeah, for the job. But like that person you want to send to me, so you get all the credentials and we will able need for like able get the job. Daddy. Well, no problem. What's not for your sake? No problem, sir. You go make like meet me 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Okay, no problem, sir. Thank you very much. Okay. okay, no problem, sir. Yeah, come in, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, how are you? Hey, sit down.
Sir, concerning about that job business.
Oh, my brother. You don't come late. The job don't already get somebody.
Oh my God. What? I told you credentials, sir.
I said the job don't already
No,
get
sir.
somebody.
Sorry, it's alright, sir. Oh my God. Son. Watch now, let me strike. I don't tell you. Okay, left my office now.
Calm down, my brother. Calm down. If only you can imagine the little things the other tribes do for the day to help you and your relatives survive. You will flee from tribalism as fast as the star forms in the sky because you will be inviting unnecessary troubles into your life. Just remember, whenever you go to these places, the markets, the hospital, banks, transports, schools, your neighborhood, did you only receive care or get attended to by your tribe? No. And remember also that no one chooses to be born in a particular tribe, but by the will of God. Why? Because of tribalism, lions are called the king of the jungle for their raw power and strength. However, like a king, Lions have enemies. The worst enemy is the hyena. Hyena eats the same food as lions. So the lions and hyena often comes into conflict over food. But now that the hyena are not really controlled by or fear the lions, but are a common enemies. Why nations in power behave that way? It's because of fear. Fear is abused in politics. Fear is used by a nation to intimidate the minority or enemy. Since time immemorial, nations has been employing fear of the other, turning people into illogical, ruthless weapons to fight for them and their ideologies. Fear is a powerful tool that can blur someone's reasoning and change their behavior. But where do we learn fear? We learn fear from our tribesmen by telling us that the other tribes is dangerous. Learning from our tribesmen have been beneficial to us, and the knowledge gained has prevented us from making the same dangerous mistakes made by our ancestors. We have the propensity to believe and trust the advice given to us by our tribesmen, especially that which will prevent us from danger. They will advise us not to go from a certain place, or mingle with certain people, or not to eat a particular food, else we will be in danger, just like some of our ancestors were. At tribal level, people are more emotional and health become unreasonable. People pray to win when afraid, and when they don't win, they turn to tribalism.
Now wait, as now see what come into desperate mood. Me have one, me have box up. I understand that this election when they come, they're ready for work. Wait. I'm ready for spend whatever money I want.
What you want me to do?
Honorable. Yes. Anything I want. Are they ready for sponsor?
This advantage of turning to their tribes for help leads to their tribes coming together to help them fight the other to survive. Tribalism is the biological loophole that many politicians have banged on for a long time, tapping into our fears and tribal instincts. The typical pattern is to give the other tribes a label than us and say they are going to harm us or use our resources and to turn the other groups into a concept. When building tribal boundaries between us and them, some politicians have managed very well to create virtual groups of people that do not communicate and hate without even knowing each other. This is the human animal in action.
Amati don't chook so. You might save in hospital, I don't can't chook so.
A soldier once told a neuroscientist that it is much easier to kill someone you have never met.
I think this is man be against NCR. When chook man no more party business.
From distance, when you look through the scope, you just see a red dot, not a human. The less you know about them, the easier to fear them and to hate them. This human tendency and ability of destruction of what is unknown and unfamiliar is meat to the politicians who want to exploit fear. If you only listen to your tribesmen, that the other tribes hate you and are dangerous. This inbuilt fear and hatred towards those unseen people is an understandable but ultimately a dangerous mistake. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 3, Paul said, the centrality of the gospel is of first importance. Christians should not make secondary thing tribe. The main thing in the church is to put the gospel first. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14 reads, each of the tribes of the Christian should strive to know Jesus and make him known as all Christians do should be done in love. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, tribalism stinks. Tribe has been given us protection, provisions and love that we need. As one belonging to that tribe,
we are going to bring development into this community. Even more than what you are doing here. And I believe even the community people will be benefiting into this investment. So that is why I really want this investment to continue, sir.
Like I told you, this not for one person. Now we talk about the land. Look now, na granite they don't plant. If you can't buy Naya, it's like you don't stop people them for plant granite Naya.
Yes.
And when you buy Naya, now you're all right.
But
I try to understand me. And as a custodian, as a chief custodian of the land, it is my duty for protect me people them.
Yes,
Don't say me?
yes, that's what it be.
I respect your opinion.
Thank you very much.
And as a gentle investor of this nation, I want to keep the love and the peace of the Lion Nation.
Thank you.
Therefore, I will reverse my statement and I will look into my statement and reverse it, and I will redo my documents to hand over the land.
Yes.
That's it be.
We're happy so much.
Yes.
But you want to see you lion brother? They go naked at the Hyena tribe to the other tribe. You go and see your brother go naked to the Tiger tribe then? No. Or you go and make the Tiger nation on the Hyena nation. Then get a land and pull on our hand. Why you not go help your brother with single land? Not so because he don't serve your papa, but because we all na lion tribe members. Think about it.
Okay.
You see? Lion to lion.
Okay, Chief. Actually, you talk fine back. And I feel say as we all there as a lion nation, we first bring our first protect and show love.
Exactly.
And if that's be the case, I will give this my land.
this is the main purpose of tribe. But now, that purpose of tribe has changed to danger. Yet, its purpose remains the same. Tribalism cannot be avoided in politics, but should be encouraged at improving local and central government, because history has it that by marginalizing tribal system, governments ultimately fail. Stop tribalism today, it stinks. Tap tribalism today, it smell. The Timni and Mendes of Sierra Leone, Ndebele and Shona of Zimbabwe, Luya and Kikios of Kenya, Zulu and Pondas of South Africa, Tutsis and Hutus of Rwanda, Dink and Neuro of South Sudan, Hausa and Igbos of Nigeria, Omoro and Amhara of Ethiopia, Mandikas and Julas of Gambia, Banunu and Bantende of DR Congo, Bantu and Nilotic of Uganda, the Konkomba and Nahumba of Ghana, the Mozabite and Chahamba of Algeria, Tebu and Aulad of Libya, Sufis and Salafist of Egypt, Marazik Jelila of Tunisia, Ovibundu and Bundu of Angola, Bafanji Balekumbat, Bawok and Balingonga, Mbesa Oku of Cameroon, Seliki and Balaka of Central Republic, Hema and Lendo of Congo Republic, Lali and Mboshi of Brazzaville, Fang and Bubi of Equatorial Guinea, Botswana and Boer of Botswana. Let's end tribalism in politics.